And if I was going to teach you one thing today, actually this would be it. And this is a lesson from my grandfather that I want to pass on forever. And he called it the Cold Water Committee. And he said to avoid the Cold Water Committee at all times. Who's the Cold Water Committee? The Cold Water Committee is everybody in your life that is going to minimize your dreams, is going to tell you you shouldn't do that, right? Is going to tell you, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea to throw in cold water on your hot flame. So you can't do anything about them, so you avoid them. The Cold Water Committee will always be there. Everybody in our life has people that are negative, because most people are negative by nature. Happiness and optimism is a choice. And so what I mean by that, guys, if you're all excited about your real estate career and you're pumped up and you get your first listing, you get your first sale, and man, you're just singing and dancing, somebody is going to try to bring you down. That's just reality. Somebody is going to try to throw cold water on your flame. So actually, guys, what I want you to understand is you need to actively understand who those people are and avoid them. Over time, guys, when you transfer from what you're doing now into this entrepreneurial sales, I'm my own person, real estate mindset, you are going to start being a different person, behaving differently, and some of the people you used to spend time with, you might want to spend less time. Because people project. It's human nature. So if you're succeeding, what are they going to do? They're going to try to bring you down because they're jealous, because they can't do it. If you, guys, the one thing people will never forgive you for on the planet Earth is making money. It's just the way it is. Look at people in general. When a Wall Street guy gets a $50 million bonus, everybody's like, that's not fair. Why? He did what it took to make that $50 million. He didn't take it from you. There's no shortage of success. You should be looking at that and going, how did he do it? Because what you didn't see is he made $1 billion for the company. His $50 million, I mean, put it to scale, right? But people bemoan that. They hate these people, right? They hate the successful because they secretly want to be them. And they think that you have to walk over people and do unethical things. None of that is true. So guys, avoid the Cold Water Committee like crazy. Because it's far easier as a human trait to disparage other people than it is to build up themselves. Look at men in general. I'll just talk about men because I'm a man, and men communicate by insulting each other. It's what they do, right? You're this, you're that, blah, blah. Because men, by their nature, are insecure. And the way they make themselves more secure is tearing down their friends. It's just human nature. We were talking about the golf course. I mean, that's one place where it's really brutal, right? I mean, people will call each other every name in the book over a $5 bet. Because it's easier to do that than the reverse. It's much easier to condemn than it is to compliment. If you want proof of that, go online and look at reviews. Go look at Amazon. Go look at Yelp. Go look at anywhere. If you want to really be miserable, go to Amazon reviews. Because you can have a perfectly good product that, I mean, has been around for 20 years. Everybody uses it. And there's 50 one-star negative reviews just beating up this company. Why? Because what you don't see is the thousands and thousands and thousands of happy customers. Because people, by their nature, it's easier to disparage, to complain, than it is to compliment. I mean, to this day, guys, this is going to sound crazy, but even in our business, getting people through the license exam and all of that, it can be a very thankless job. People come to school here and they're all over us while they're here, right? They want every question answered. They email us 50 times a day. And as soon as they pass the test, we'll never hear from them again. No thank you. I mean, literally, not even like an email thanks, or they just disappear off into the sunset. That doesn't make them bad people. But what is amazing is if something went wrong and they had a complaint, you definitely know I'm getting that letter. Y'all see the difference? So we're going to talk about how highly successful people express a lot more gratitude and say thank you way more then we say the opposite. So avoid the cold water committee. If that means you have to spend less time with certain people because they're bringing you down, do that. Because life is precious, man. You want to sit around a bunch of people making you feel bad? I mean, that's a choice. You get to choose that. If it's your spouse, you have a real choice to make.